returning to Bangladesh. We have seen the announcement that Prime Minister Hasina resigned from her position and departed Bangladesh. We are monitoring the situation carefully. The United States stands with the people of Bangladesh. We urge all parties to refrain from further violence. Too many lives have been lost over the course of the past several weeks, and we urge calm and restraint in the days ahead.
As Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned on Monday and fled the country, protesters stormed her residence in the capital of Dhaka and began looting one of the most protected buildings in the country. Elsewhere in the city, they chiselled away at the face of a statue of her father, state founder Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, with an axe. India's ANI news agency said 76-year-old Hasina landed at a military airfield near Delhi. Reuters could not immediately verify this, but commercial tracking services showed a Bangladesh Air Force plane leaving the country and flying west before it disappeared. The news of her exit was delivered by Army Chief General Waqar Uzzaman in a televised address. He said after a discussion with political leaders, an interim government would be formed.
Please keep faith and trust in the Army. I take the responsibility and I promise to protect the lives and property of the people. Don't lose faith in the Army. God willing, we will fulfill your demands and bring peace and harmony back to the country. I request to you all to support the Army and stop the violence, murders, hooliganism, and the protest.
Bangladesh has been engulfed by violence after student protests began against quotas, which reserve some public sector jobs for veterans of Bangladesh's 1971 independence war, in some of the worst violence since the birth of the South Asian nation more than 5 decades ago. About 250 people have been killed and thousands injured. It escalated into a campaign to oust Hasina, who won a 4th straight term in January in an election boycotted by the opposition. In defiance of a nationwide curfew, there was jubilation as thousands of people marched in the streets of the capital.
We will never forget the student martyrs who have freed us today. They will always be in our hearts.
Beirut airport teemed with people trying to leave Lebanon on Monday. as fears grew of a full-scale conflict following the killing of Hamas's leader in Tehran last week, and an Israeli strike on Beirut's southern suburbs that killed a top commander in Lebanon's armed group Hezbollah. Hezbollah and its backer Iran have vowed to retaliate against Israel for the killings. And the United States, France, Britain and Italy are among countries urging their citizens in Lebanon to leave while flights are available. Airlines including Air France are avoiding Iranian and Lebanese airspace and cancelling flights to Israel and Lebanon. Mia Warde is Lebanese and lives in Paris with her partner Jordan.
So we're leaving now instead of leaving end of August. And because we also have a baby, so we didn't want to, it's a huge responsibility, so we didn't want to take any risk actually.
Yes, we try to leave as soon as possible and picking among the flights, the available flights.
The United Nations has asked the families of its staff to leave Lebanon, and the Swedish embassy has temporarily relocated its staff to Cyprus. Emergency medical supplies arrived on Monday to equip Lebanon's hospitals for possible war injuries.
Our responsibility is to ensure that
the World Health Organization delivered 32 tons of medical supplies, including at least 1,000 trauma kits. Hospitals in southern Lebanon are worn down by years of economic meltdown, as well as tense exchanges between Israel and Hezbollah. Over the last 10 months, since war broke out in Gaza, they've struggled to cope with wounded patients. But others in Lebanon seemed more relaxed. On the coast near Tyre, about 12 miles from the border with Israel, splashed about in the sea as black smoke from Israeli shelling rose nearby. President Khaled Badawi said he wasn't going anywhere.
We are heroes of the resistance. We are steadfast people. We are the people of this land. We will not run away, and we are not afraid, neither of Israel nor anyone